ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहनाववतु
ॐ सहनाववतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्
व्यासेन ग्रथितं पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अद्वैतामृतं वर्षिणीं भगवतीं अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवत् गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः
गायन्ति यं सामगाः
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
यस्यन्तन्न
विदुःसुरा
विदुषुरगणः
देवाय
देवाय
तस्मै
तस्मै
नमः।
नमः।
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे
सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते
समन्विते
भये व्यस्त्राहि नो
देवी
देवी दुर्गे
दुर्गे
देवी
देवी
नमोस्तुते।
नमोस्तुते।
रोगानशेषं नानपहंसि तुष्टा रुष्टा तुकामां सकलमभीष्टम् त्वामाश्रिता न विपानराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतं प्रयन्ति सर्वबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम् सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते भये व्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते। रोगानशेषं नपहंसि तुष्टा रुष्टा तुकामां सकलं नभीष्टान् त्वामाश्रिता न विपानराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतं प्रयान्ति सर्वबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम् सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते भये व्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते। रोगानशेषं नपहंसि तुष्टा रुष्टा तुकामां सकलमभीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितानां न विपानराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतं प्रयन्ति सर्वबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्।
20th verse. Traividya mam somapah bhutapapah
Traividya mam somapah bhutapapah
Yagnerishtva svargatim prarthayante
Yajnairištva svargatim prarthayante
Te punyamasadya surendra lokam
Te punyam asadya surendra lokam
Ashnanti divyan divideva bhogan
Ashnanti divyan divideva bhogan
Te tam bhuktva svargalokam vishalam
Te tam bhuktva
svargalokam vishalam
Kshine punye martyalokam vishante
Kshine punye
martyalokam vishanti
Evam trayi dharmam anuprapannaha
एवं
evam
त्रयी
trayi dharmam
धर्ममनुप्रपन्नाः
anuprapanam
गतागतं कामकामा
गतागतं
Tatagatam
कामकामा
kamakama
लभन्ते
lavante
अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो माम्
अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो
Yaschintayanto
माम्
mam
ये जनाः पर्युपासते
ये
ye
जनाः
jana
पर्युपासते
paryupasate
तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानाम्
तेषां
Tesham
नित्याभियुक्तानां
nityabhyuktanam
योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्
योगक्षेमं
Yogakshemam
वहाम्यहम्
vahamyaham
We can do. येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ताः
येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ताः
Bhakta
यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः
यजन्ते
Yajante
श्रद्धयान्विताः
Shraddhayanvitaha
तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय
तेऽपि
Devi
मामेव
Mameva
कौन्तेय
Kaunteya
यजन्त्यविधिपूर्वकम्
Yajantya Vidhi
यजन्त्यविधिपूर्वकम्
Purvakam.
We have seen 20th and 21st verse, and Bhagavan says there are two types of devotee. One type of devotees, they love worldly pleasures. They seek and they do different type of rituals, and they would like to go Swarga, and even they would like to love worldly pleasures. So in 20th verse, Bhagavan have mentioned this type of devotees. They say Somapaha, Putapapaha, Traividyaha, Mam. So Somapaha, the meaning of Somapaha means in fire ritual, they have to offer the juice of Soma creepers, and they used to take as a prasada. Such people are called Somapaha, Somarasam Pibanti, Somapaha. In having done different type of rituals, their mind is almost pure. So Putapapaha, one who has purified this papa, and they are knowers of three vidya. They are knowers of 3 Vedas, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Rigveda. And through Yagnehi Ishtva, they Yagnehi Mam Ishtva, they worship me through rituals. And after rituals, Swargatim Prarthayante. Swar means heaven. Swargatim, they seek the end of Swarga, and because of they have done lot of yaga and they have accrued lot of punya, so they punyam asadya, having gained lots of punya, Surendra Lokam, they go after death, they will go to Surendra Loka, the Loka of Lord Indra is called Surendra Lokam. And having reached there, Divyan Divi Deva Bhogan Ashnanti, they enjoy different type of celestial experience. Where Divi, inside the heaven. So here Divi means inside the heaven. Divyan means celestial. Deva Bhogan Ashnanti. And how long they would be there? So Bhagavan says when their punya will be over. So next verse we have also seen Tetan Bhuktva Swargalokam Vishala. Those people having experienced Vishalam Swargalokam. And we have seen the meaning of Vishalam in terms of time. Swargaloka is Vishalam. In terms of even happiness, Swargaloka is Vishalam. It's called Vishalam. So different type of experience that Vishalam Swargalokam Bhuktva, having enjoyed, Kshine Punye, when their punya exhausted, Kshine Punye Sati, Martya Lokam Vishanti, again they entered in Martya Loka, in this Prithvi Loka, and such people, Bhagavan says, Evam, in this manner, Trai Dharmam Anuprapannaha. They are followers of the first portion of three Vedas, Trai Dharmam Anuprapannaha. And because they are followers only first portion of Veda, so they are Gata, Gata, Agatam, Kama Kamaha. These people are Kama Kamaha. Kamante. They desire different type of sense object, Kama Kamaha. Because of that Gata, they will go back to Swarga, again Agatam. They will come back to this Prithvi Loka. Kshine Purte Agatam, and having gained Punya, Gatam to Surendra Loka. Kama Kama Labante. So this cycle will be continued. Gata Agatam. To go to Swarga, come back from Swarga. This is called Gata Gatam Labante. So there is a one group of people, and Bhagavan says there is another group of people. It's mentioned in 22nd. We were there last time. This very well famous verse, and Bhagavan has taken vow. So that's why it's considered is a very good. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. So Ananyash Chintayanto Mam Ye Janah Paryupasate Tesham Nitya Viyuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. So before that verse, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji has mentioned one small note. He says, Ye Punaha. There are, Punaha means again, there are different group of people who are Nishkamaha. In previous two verses, people are Sakamaha. They would like to go Swarga. That's why Sakamaha. They are Nishkamaha. They are not have any desire to go Swarga. They don't have any desire to have power, position, money in this world also. And Samyak Darshinaha. They always see all people as the same. Samyak Darshinaha. What happened to them is mentioned in this verse. So Bhagavan says, Ananyan, there is Ananyan, Chintayantaha is another qualification of people. Chintayantaha Janaha. This is a qualification of Janaha. So Ye Janaha, there are a group of people who are Ananyaha. Ananyaha means Anyaha is a different, but no Anyaha. One who consider oneself, I am not separate from Ishvara, or Ananyaha. But we can take this verse in two different ways. In 7th chapter we have seen there are many Artha, Artharthi, Jignasu, Gnani, cha Bhartarshava. But among them we can take there are group of people who are Mumukshu, or we can say who are Jignasu. And another we can say Gnani Bhakta. We are not talking about Artha or Arthati, but this both type of Bhakta, this Mumukshu, are doing different type of sadhana. You might have heard the three Triputi, Sadhaka. Sadhaka means a devotee, then sadhana, and sadhya, to be accomplished. So sadhaka is a devotee. Devotee may be different type of people. There is Sakama also. They worship Ishvara for the sake of worldly pleasure. So we can say it's a Sakama. Yeah, there is a one more word I would like to put, sadhana. So sadhakaha, sadhanaha, and sadhyaha. These sadhakaha, they are interested in worldly pleasure or something, so they need a sadhan, some instrument to accomplish their sadhya. So they worship Ishvara. But sadhya is swargati. Sadhya is some position in this world. Something is called sadhya. So generally people are like that. But if mumukshu is there, if jigyasu is there, so they also consider as a sadhaka. They use sadhanam and they have also sadhya. So what is the sadhana of mumukshu? So sadhan is Ishvara, Ishvara's bhajan, Ishvara's smaranam, nam japa, and sadhya is also Ishvara. So both for mumukshu, sadhan is also Ishvara, sadhya is Ishvara. But sakama people, one who has a worldly desire, for them Ishvara is a sadhana and sadhya is worldly object. So here Bhagavan is talking about these two type of people. One who are mumukshu, yet they have not get gnanam, but still they are in the path of this mumukshu, and another is called gnani. One who is already known, I am not separate from Ishvara. So both are called ananyan. One gnani knows I am not separate from Ishvara because Ishvara is all pervading. My real nature is consciousness. So they never think themselves is a anyaha. So they are always consider oneself is a non-separate from Ishvara. But even another group is called mumukshu. They also love Ishvara. They would like to know what is Ishvara. So they have also given their life for Ishvara only. So in their life also Ishvara, they are not separate from Ishvara. They always consider, I am not separate from Ishvara, even thinking better, not at a gnana level. So is also called ananyan. And chintayantaha. Chintayantaha also we can take two ways. If gnani is there, so they are doing contemplating. I am not separate from Ishvara. But if mukshu is there, so he is trying to understand what is the nature of Ishvara, what is the nature of Jiva. This all thinking are called Chintayantaha. Such people, Mam Paryupasate. They seek me, they worship me all the time. Then what Bhagavan can do for them? This both group of people, Bhagavan says, Tesham, for those Nitya Abhiyuktana, one who is always with Ishvara, Abhiyuktaha, means with one who is always with Ishvara, for them, Yoga Kshemam Aham Vahamyaham. I take care of yoga, one which is not with those people, and Kshemam is maintenance. In Sanskritam we can tell yoga means apraptasya praptihi and kshemam means praptasya rakshanam. Are called yoga kshemam aham vahami. So this Bhagavan, in even this yoga has different meaning. We have to see only context. So just today I have kept something ready for you. There are different type of yoga. So we can say one meaning of yoga we can take as a chapter. Every end of the chapter, iti shu Bhagavad Gita su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjun Sauvade Karma Yoga Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yoga Nama Navama Adhyaya. At that time, yoga is come, Karma Yoga, Sankhya Yoga. The meaning of yoga is chapter, topic, whatever we can take. So at that time, the meaning of yoga is topic. Another yoga's meaning is connection. Tatratam buddhi sanyogam. In 6th chapter, Bhagavan says, so connection with previous life and this life is called sanyoga. Yoga we can also put, Bhagavan has taken sanyoga. The connection of our intellect with previous life, connection. Another meaning of yoga means proper attitude, which Bhagavan has discussed in 2nd chapter. Samatvam yogaha uchyate yogaha karmasu kaushalam. So while performing different type of karma, yoga means I just performing karma as a Ishwar Arpan Buddhya. I'm doing karma to offer each and every karma to offer Ishvara. So this is called yoga. While performing and while receiving the result of karma, I'm accepting as a prasad buddhya. So it's also called yoga. So in karma yoga, karma we can take as a two meaning: performing karma and receiving the result of karma. So karma phala. But how we accept karma phala and how we perform karma with that attitude is called yoga in Bhagavan's eyes. That's why samatvam yoga uchyate. To keep balance our mind is called samatvam, and yoga karma sukoshi. Which karma we have chosen is also yoga uchyate. So a third meaning of yoga is proper attitude. Fourth meaning here we have seen yoga kshemam vahamya. So yoga means apraptasya prapti. What we don't have, that we work for, is called yoga. Acquiring. That's why what we don't, we would like to acquire is yoga. Fourth meaning, and according to Patanjali, yogasana, we use yogasana. So it's also yoga. So here the meaning of yoga is only acquiring. So Bhagavan says, I will take care of yoga and kshemaha of both, even mumukshu and jignasu. Today when I was thinking, there are many bhaktas are available in our society. One, they don't know even Glanam, but they are totally committed to Ishvara, like Meera, like Narsi Mehta, like Tukaram. There are many. So there are not, Jnani, but they are 100% devotee to Ishvara. For them also, Yoga Kshemam Vahamya. In our Gujarati, there are very, very stories. There are Narsi Mehta, Vaishnav Janto Teneke, is well famous bhajan, and is a Narsi Mehta, poet is Narsi Mehta, is 100% devotee of Lord Krishna. He has son and daughter, but both son and daughter, marriage and everything is taken care by Ishvara only. He doesn't know how to do all, how to arrange marriage, how to find out the boy, girl, everything is done by Ishvara only. It's called yoga and kshemaha vahamya. So not only gnani, but even we take as a pure devotee. Like Chokha Mela, there are many devotees, even I don't know the name. For those also, Bhagavan says, yoga kshemam vahamya. Apraptasya praptihi. Shankaracharya is little bit different. Apraptasya praptihi. Acquiring which we don't have is called apraptasya praptihi, and when we have already got, then praptasya rakshanam. Praptasya rakshanam is called kshema, and apraptasya praptihi is called yoga. This is the vow is taken by Ishvara. So we need not to worry, if we are really devotee of Ishvara, everything will be taken care by Ishvara. Vahami, a very good story. You might have heard or not, I don't know. But very good story is there. This Madhusudan Saraswati, he was writing a commentary on this. He was writing commentary on Gita only. When he reached here, in this 22nd verse of 9th chapter, then Bhagavan has written is a Vahami. So Vahami, literally translation is to carry something like a burden. In our railway station, these all coolies, they are called burden Vahami. They can say, I can carry whole baggage, luggage, everything. It's called Vahami. So Bhagavan considers like a coolie. He is carrying all, baggage or all problems of Bhakta. So it should not be Vahami. Then he puts Nayami. Nayami means carry, just carry, leading, just carry. But Vahami means to put on the shoulder and then carry. So he has put Nayami, and he just went out for his fresh up or for snanam and everything. So meanwhile, one small boy has come on the home of this Madhusudan Saraswati. His wife was there in his house, and he says, "What you want?" So he says, "I need some bhiksha. Please, you give me some fruits." And he has given some names. When she went inside, so this boy went to the room of this Madhusudan Saraswati, and he came back. And when Madhusudan's wife came back, she cannot find out that boy. He's gone away. Then Madhusudan ji has come. He has just had his breakfast, everything. Again, he set to write this Bhashyam on Gita. At that time, he says, somebody has this Nayami. He has one mark. And again, he says, Vahami is better, not Nayami. Then he just lost his temper and he called his wife, "Why are you interfering my what I am writing in my writing?" She said, "I never even entered in your room." Then he says, "Anybody has come?" Then he says, "Yes, some small boy has come. He has demanded some fruits." Then he understood that Bhagavan, Lord Krishna himself has come, and he says, Nayami is not better word, but Vahami is better. Because when Bhakta is in crisis, they cannot think proper, they cannot take decision proper. At that time, Bhagavan says, I take care of everything. Wow. Even any family matter, anything, Bhagavan says, I take care of. So Narsimha Mehta is the best. Even Mirabai, he is saved many times. It's called Vahami. So whenever we have total devotion upon Krishna or our Ishta Devata, real Bhakta doesn't have any worry, because everything is planned, everything is given by Ishvara. I should not be worried because Bhagavan is Yoga Kshemam Vav. So this vow is taken by Ishvara. Total, I think 32 verses in this chapter 9, and this comes 22nd. It says almost the middle of the 9th chapter. And this 9th chapter is also middle of this 18th chapter. In between, Bhagavan has taken vow, this pratigna, you need not to worry, I will take care of everything. So one type of, consolation, we need not to worry. The best verse in whole Gita, one was really devotee of Ishvara. Now, Shankaracharya has not written much about this Bhashyam. Little bit Bhashyam was there. So now if we go to Bhashyam, Tesham Nityabhayuktanam Ananyaha. Tesham Ananyashchintayanto. So what is the meaning of Ananya? So Shankaracharya has written Apruthak Bhutaha. Bhutaha means in the form of Apruthak. One who is never considered oneself is separate from Ishvara. Is called Ananya. And from whom they are not considered oneself as separated. So he says, Param Devam Narayanam Apruthak Bhuta. They consider they are not separate from Ishvara, Narayana. And Ananya, again he is given Atmatvena Gataha Santa. Atmatvena. Suppose a pot has knowledge and he says, I am not separate from clay. If this ornaments has gnanam and they say, I am not separate from gold, because they are all in the form of gold only, in the form of clay only. Same way these people, they think, they know, I am not separate from Ishvara because Ishvara is a material cause of whole world. So how can I separate from this? It's called Atmatvena Gata. It's called they know I'm in the form of consciousness only. So Atma, that's why Aprathak Bhuta. They never consider the same, I'm separate from Ishvara. Chintayantaha. So Shankaracharya has written only one thing because Shankaracharya is a love sannyasi, So he has written Chintayantaha mam ye janaha. And who are such people? So is written only sannyasina. But it is not like that. All four ashram can have devotion towards Ishvara. Either brahmachari, either gruhastha, either vanaprastha or sannyasa. So here, chintayantaha, so what I have told, we can take is a both way. One who is already gnani, so they think, I'm not separate from Ishvara. They always contemplate like this in nididhyasana. But still, one who is in that path, but they say mumukshuhu, so keep on thinking of Ishvara. Who would be the Ishvara? How he would be or she would be. This is called chintayanta. Yea, and sannyasina he has written, but we can put all four ashramis. They paryupasate, they worship me, they seek me. They sham. So even one who is gnani, we can call them paramartha darshi. Darshi means seers, seers of paramartha. Ultimate vision, ultimate goal, one who knows is called paramartha darshi. A gnani knows everything is consciousness, I am not separate from them. So it's called paramartha darshi. But even mumukshu is there. The mumukshu always think, being mumukshu, I'm always doing japa of Ishvara. How can Ishvara be away from me? So it's we can't say it's a paramartha darshi, but still they are always attached with the nature of Ishvara. Is a paramartha darshi. And if we take a devotee like Mirabai, Narsi Mehta, so they are not paramartha darshi, but they always think, if Mirabai say, Krishna is always with me, paramartha darshi. If Chokha Mela says, Panduranga is with me, everything is called paramartha darshi. Because Nitya Abhiyuktana, Nitya Shankaracharya is written Satata, constant, not morning we remember Bhagavan and then again we start our work and evening we remember. It's not Satata means constantly. Even doing their duties, they never forget Ishvara. In one corner, Ishvara is sitting there, Satatam, constantly, Abhiyuktana, they always connected with them. That's why yoga means connected, yukta, same. There is a one dhatu or verb is called yunj. The meaning of yunj means to be connected. From there only yukta comes, from there only yoga comes. So they are always connected with Ishvara. For such people, Bhagavan says, yoga kshemam. So what is the meaning of yoga kshemam? Shankaracharya is written, yoga kshemam, first word is yoga, apraptasya prapanam, which we don't have, that acquiring, which we don't have, is called yoga. And kshemaha, tad rakshanam, to maintain them, to protect them, is called kshemaha. Tad upayam, both of them, Bhagavan says, aham vahami, I will take care. Prapayami, I will acquire both of them. Prapayami, aham, myself. This is a very big thing. And if we really love Ishvara, we never have fear because Ishvara is always with us. Yoga Kshemam Vaham. So 9th chapter, that's why I'm Name Bhakta Pranashyati and Yoga Kshemam Vahami. These two vows is taken by Bhagavan in 9th chapter. That's why it's very important. In Shankaracharya says, how they are aprathak bhutaha satatam yuktana. That's why Shankaracharya says, he has quoted Gnani tu atmeva me matam is on 7th chapter. Gnani tu atma eva me matam. According to my thinking, Bhagavan says, Gnani is my atma. So is my consciousness only. Both consciousnesses are one and same. Me matam. Bhagavan has said in 7th chapter, and he says, Saha cha mama priyaha. And that Gnani is very dear to me because that Gnani always consider I am not separate from Ishvara. That's why he is very dear to me. mama priya. Yasmat, the meaning is because of this, tasmat, and therefore te mama atma bhutaha, te janaha, nitya yuktaha, te janaha, mama for me, atma bhutaha. They are in the form of my atma only. And we can say here atma is a consciousness. This is my consciousness, they are not separate from me. Atma bhutaha priyaha cha, and they are very dear to cha iti. So up to here, Shankaracharya is given the description of this Gnani Bhakta. Then he himself has raised question and he says there are other devotees also. So for them, Bhagavan never carry yoga kshemam vahami. So he has raised the question. Nanu, when Nanu comes, no, means there is somebody who is raising the question. Nanu, anyesham api bhaktana, yoga kshemam vahati eva Bhagavan. Anyesham api bhaktam, they are not satata yuktana, but still they have love for Ishvara. For such people, Bhagavan, yoga kshemam vahati, he will carry or he will take care of this yoga and kshema of all people, all devotees. Then the beautiful answer is given by Shankaracharya ji. He says, definitely. There is a one story. He says, there is a one bhakta. He has taken bath in the river and is coming back from his river. And meanwhile, there are people, some people, they have some problem with bhakta because he's totally devotee of bhakta. So hey, those people have started to throw pebbles on the devotee. And Bhagavan is everywhere, no? So in Vaikuntha is the story. So when Bhagavan has come to know that my bhakta is in pain, so he has just get up from his seat and he just started to help that bhakta. But immediately he comes down and again he sits on the chair. Then Lakshmi ji says, why are you not going to help this devotee? Then he says, he has picked up the pebble to protect oneself. So I need not to protect them. He himself is protecting. For such devotee, Bhagavan says, I am not yoga kshemam vaham. One who is take care of oneself, then why should I worry? This is answered, is given here. So question was, Nanu anyesham api bhaktanam yoga kshemam vahati eva Bhagavan? Would Bhagavan would even take care of other devotees? So first he says, Satyam eva vahati eva. Satyam, it is true, Bhagavan will take care, definitely, eva. Kimtu, but ayam visheshaha anyehe ye bhaktaha. But there is something special. Kimtu ayam visheshaha means there is something special. Ye bhaktaha, there are different type of devotees. They swatmartham, for their own sake. So they are not dependent on Ishvara. Swatmartha, for one own sake, swayam api yoga kshemam ihante. They can do for yoga kshemam, they have put their effort. They are not dependent on Ishvara. Then why should Bhagavan has to? So he says, but tu, here tu should come first. Whereas ananya darshina, a person who never see oneself, which is separate from Ishvara, they atmarthaha yoga kshemam, this na will come here, na ihante. Such people are always engaged with Ishvara. Satatam kirtayanto, tesham satata yuktanam, bhajatam priti purvakam, dadami buddhiyo. So they are ananya darshina. They are always satata yuktanaha. Bhagavan says, Shankaracharya says, this ananya darshinaha, they atmarthaha, for one to sustain one's own life, yoga kshemam na ihante. They never desire, let me keep something for me and then I will do japa. They never think, they always completely devotee. This ananya darshinaha atmartaha yoga kshemam na ihante. Iha means to desire. Na ihante, this na will come here. They never desire for one sake, let me do some job and I will have some money and then I can do japa. It's not like that. They're 100% dependent. But this one type of grupta, swatmartha, for one sake, for self, yoga kshemam ihante. That's why he says, this now will come later. He, because te jivite marane va atmanah grudim na kurvanti. Such ananya darshina, which Bhagavan has mentioned in the verse, such people means they jivite, even maraneva, even they are living in it the time of death. Atmanah, for oneself. Atman is called here pronoun only. For one's sake, grudim na kurvanti. This now will come here. They never do any type of desire. Grudim is also desire. Na kurvanti. They never desire anything for oneself. Even Bhagavan would like to keep alive, then I am fine. If Bhagavan would like to kill me, I have also fine. I have no any problem. Is for such. So kevalam eva Bhagavat Sharanaha. They is totally surrendered to Ishvara. It's called they always Bhagavat Sharanaha. For such people only Yoga Kshemam Vaham. Otherwise, they will start to protect oneself. There is no need of Bhagavan. He says, Ataha, for that reason, Bhagavan eva tesham yoga kshemam vahati. For such people only, Bhagavan will take care of yoga kshema. Not all people. Even they are Ishvara's bhakta, but still, because they will take care of oneself, then why Bhagavan is interfere in their life? So after discussing this verse, now Shankaracharya says there are group of people, they worship different devatas. Like some are worshipping Ganesha, some are Kartikeya, some are worshipping even Devi. Different type of devata. Bhagavan says, even I am in form of all. So Shankaracharya has written one bhashyam. He says, Nanu anyaha api devataha. There are different devatas. Anyaha devataha tvameva. They are nothing but you only. You means Lord Krishna only. Anyaha api devataha tvam eva. They are only you. Then tad bhaktaha chatvam eva yajante. So those devotees also, they worship you only indirectly. They satyameva. This is true only. He says satyameva. So Shankaracharya is connected this 23rd verse with 22nd. So what we have chanted is that Bhagavan says, Ye api anya devataha bhaktaha. In 23rd verse, Bhagavan says, Ye are those api anya devata bhaktaha. Somebody says, I love Murugan. Somebody says, I love even Ganesha. Somebody says, I love Hanumana. Whatever. There are different, many devatas. Anya devataha. But they all are bhakta, they all are devotees. And they yajante, they worship. How? Shraddhaya anvitaha. They are endowed with total shraddha, total trust. Shraddhayaha means with the total anvitaha, endowed. They are endowed with trust. They yajante, they worship Ishvara. Even Hanuman, anything. Anya devataha, Bhagavan says, they api, even those all, mameva, they worship me. Yajanti. Yajanti means they mameva yajanti. They worship me only, but avidhi purvakam. Here, the avidhi purvakam, generally people translate as vidhi means you step. One should not the step of all rituals. But here the meaning of avidhi purvakam means ignorance, out of ignorance. They do devotion of another devata but ignorantly. Still, Bhagavan says, I am there only. Somebody, if we think a goldsmith has prepared different type of devatas, different devis, different devatas, and that goldsmith knows there is nothing but Ishvara, this gold only. Even Hanumanji take, even Lakshmanji, Ramji, different Devi Devata, Kartikeya, but they are nothing but gold only. Same way, Bhagavan says, I am become a Murugan, I am become a Hanumana, I am become Ganesha, because I am a material cause of everything. But they don't know. It's called Avidhi Purvaka. Vidhi means stepwise, but here Avidhi means ignorantly. So ignorantly, they worship me only, because they don't know even Vinayaka is equal to Ishvara only. That Shankaracharya ji has written. So now Shankaracharya has given the Bhashya. It is not much in Bhashya, but Shankaracharya is given. You can read, even though there is a 1 minute. Ye api anyaha devataha bhaktaha. Api, even though. Ye anya devata bhakta. Anya devata, we can take whatever we like. Bhaktaha means devotees. So what is the meaning? So Shankaracharya has split this samasa. He says anyasu devatasu bhaktaha anya devata bhaktaha. One who are a devotee of other devatas, whatever. Even somebody says in Africa is a different devata. In each and every country, they have their own devata. Even when we went to Japan, it's like a Shinto. There is a one religion, it's called Shinto. They are followers of Shinto. And when I ask, what is your deity of Shinto religion? He says, Lord Sun only, Surya only. So Anyasu Devatas, they're different type of Devata. Santaha Yajante Pujayante. They worship different type of, and in which manner they are doing puja. So he says Shraddhaya, the meaning is Astika Buddhya. Total faith, total trust is called Astik Buddhi. Anvitaha means endowed. So that's why Shankaracharya has written Anugataha. They are have totally endowed with total Shraddha, trust in Ishvara. Those people also, Bhagavan says, they apimam eva. Those people also, me only. He kaunteya yajanti. They even worship me ignorantly. They worship me only. So Shankaracharya has written, what is the meaning of avidhi purvaka? He said, avidhi is equal to agnana. So ignorantly, tat purvakam. Because of ignorance, agnana purvakam yajante iti artha. They are doing worship ignorantly. They think all are different devatas. So I love this devata. They say, okay, it's called agnana purvakam. They are considered each and every devata separate because of ignorance only. But still, it will come to me only. There are many rivers, but finally they have to go to ocean only. Same way, there are different type of devatas, but still, ocean is Ishvara. They will come to Ishvara only. Now Shankaracharya says, why they are worshipping Ishvara ignorantly. So Bhagavan has given the reason in next verse, but we will see tomorrow. Any question?
Swaminiji, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
So this people who worship ignorantly versus people who worship in the true spirit, recognizing that Ishvara is everything and Ishvara is the material cause, Ishvara is the efficient cause, and Ishvara is my own self. So whereas worshipping Ishvara as separate entity and different devatas are there, and my devata alone is the true devata and everything else is false.
Yeah.
This kind of we see this very commonly. For example, the Vaishnava devotees, they say you have to worship only the Lord in Sri Rangam, otherwise you don't go to Vaikuntha, right?
Yeah.
So is that what is meant here, Swamiji, by worshipping in ignorance, compared to what Puja Swamiji says? One needs to understand Ishvara properly.
Yeah. Even but if you have total love with their own deity, whatever, so they can have Chitta Shuddhi. And when Chitta Shuddhi takes place, then he starts to understand what Shastra says. So in Mandukya Karika, Gaudapadacharya says, Vayam na viruddhyate. I don't have any type of opposition, contrast with anyone. Vayam tehi na viruddhyate. We don't have any type of complaint, because in other way they are doing their Chitta Shuddhi only. And they have to come Shastra. They have to understand Shastra. It's not in the form of even Veda, but sometimes, like all devotees knows, everything is Ishvara. Same like Tulsidas and everything.
So I've seen Swamiji. I mean, I'm not saying this as a criticism of people, because people have lots of different ways of thinking about things, and everyone is right in their own way of thinking. But I know someone who has studied the Upanishads, who has even translated the Upanishads, but that person says only this particular way you can reach the abode of Ishvara. You have to take these marks on the body, like Vaishnavas do, the Samashanam, they do. You have to take these marks. Then you can, reach the highest abode. Otherwise, so I wonder, so what did you study in the Upanishads? I don't understand actually. So it is very interesting to me, Swamiji, how people
actually
think in different ways.
One have asked Puja Swamiji. I say this Nimbakacharya, this Vallabhacharya ji, and on Sri Rangamot, Sri Ramanujacharya, they all are very good.
Ramanujacharya.
Ramanujacharya is the Vishishta Dvaita, Vallabhacharya Dvaita, and Nimbakacharya Dvaita something. All are very top level. But why they have such thinking? Why they in their mind? Then Swamiji says everybody has their own unconscious problem. Even they are born as a human being, so everybody has some way. They have unconscious problem. They would like to keep their name in the world. So how can they keep their name in the world? So they have started this type of cult. So we can ask who has started, then Nimbakacharya. So if Shankaracharya, we know only, Adi Shankaracharya. There are many Shankaracharyas who have been passed in our in Dwarka, even in Sringeri, everywhere, Govardhan, but nobody knows the name of Shankaracharya. Who are they? All are have Gnani, but their name and fame not there. But they need some name and fame. That's why they would like to start. He says it's a Sukshma Ahankara. It's called Sukshma Ahankara. So this is discussed in Brahma Sutra. They have discussed this. Okay, why such feeling? If in spite of their highly knowledgeable, we can't think of them. And there are also their 100% Chitta Shuddhi, maybe little bit less, but still there is some unconscious. Because of this only, they would like to their name in the society. That's why they have started this type of cult or whatever.
Yeah, it clearly doesn't seem like you understand these ideas of samyak drishti and ananya drishti, and it is like separating drishti, the drishti that looks upon people differently.
Yeah.
So
Shiva is fine, and that Shiva is fine, then Vaishnava is not fine. Some say Vaishnava is fine.
Yeah.
Shiva is not fine.
Yeah, it actually amazes me how people can study Upanishads and then still think like this.
Some hurdles, some beginners, some papa still sitting inside. So they are still separating themselves from this, what is original or Vedas vision, you know.
Om Swarniji.
Yeah.
At the beginning, these two types of bhaktas you explained, that idea is not much clear to me. One, you say that who are like sadhana and sadhan, both are Ishvara, and they are
you know what is sadhana? Sadhana. Sadhana means instrument. If I am eating, I'm eating with spoon. The spoon is called sadhana, instrument. For my eating, I am using this spoon. It's called sadhana. Same way, because we would like to eat, so we are using sadhana. Then, if we are going by car, the car is considered a sadhana, instrument for traveling, for transportation. Same way, we need something from Ishvara. Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. So if
there is noise in the background, so
yeah, okay, no problem. Same way, there are devotee. There are many students are there. They would like to clear the exam, and they'll take a vow. If I will clear the exam, I will offer one coconut to Hanuman or Ganesha. So the sadhya is to clear the exam, and sadhana is Hanumanji. So they prayer to Hanumanji, please clear my exam. So Hanumanji, they use as an instrument to clear the exam. The sadhyam means is a exam only. So there are many people, they use Bhagwan, I will do worship so I can have power in the society. I can have name and fame of society. So what is the goal? Sadhyam is goal. Goal is worldly object. They are using Bhagwan's japa or whatever. So Bhagwan is instrument for them. And when we use anything as an instrument, when we get it, then we forget it. The students never go. When exam will come, again they will start to visit Hanuman's temple. But before that, they never. So they are using Hanumanji as an instrument. Same way, most of people using Bhagwan's name as an instrument. Oh Bhagwan, give me the grace so I can have child. Oh Bhagwan, give me the grace so I can have some position in my society. So we are using Bhagwan as an instrument. But there are mumukshu. There are some groups of people, the goal is to know Bhagwan. And sadhanam is also Bhagwan. They are doing japa of Ishvara for which sake? Not for worldly object, but they are doing japa to get the goal, Ishvara only. So for them, sadhya is also Bhagwan, sadhana is also Bhagwan. It's called mumukshu. And Gnani knows I am everything. So then they are already with Ishvara. Okay, now clear?
yes.
So can we do Purnamada? Om Purnamadav Purnamidam
Namidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi
Shishyati.
Om
Om Shri
Shri
Gurubhyo
Gurubhyo
Namaha.
Namaha
Harihi
Harihi
Om.
Om